Hello. We talk about the weather all the time. Is it hot today? Will it rain? Is it windy? But how do we actually know what the weather is like and what it might be like tomorrow? We use special weather tools. Today, we're going to become weather detectives and learn about some of these cool instruments scientists called meteorologists use to measure and understand the weather. Our first tool is probably one you've seen before, a thermometer. A thermometer measures temperature. Temperature tells us how hot or cold the air is. Most thermometers you see have a special liquid inside. When the air around the thermometer gets warmer, the liquid expands and moves up the tube. When the air gets colder, the distance between the liquid particles shrinks and moves down the tube. We read the number next to where the liquid stops to know the temperature. We measure temperature in degrees, like degrees Celsius or degrees Fahrenheit. Knowing the temperature helps us decide what clothes to wear, if it's safe to play outside, or if farmers need to protect their plants. Next up is the rain gauge. A rain gauge measures the amount of precipitation, usually rain, that has fallen in a certain place over a certain amount of time. A simple rain gauge is a special ruler in a tube or container that sits outside. When rain falls, it collects inside the container. We can then look at the markings on the side of the gauge to see how many inches or millimeters of rain have fallen. Knowing how much rain has fallen helps farmers know if their crops have enough water, helps cities know if there might be floods, and helps us understand patterns in our climate. Have you ever felt a really strong wind? We can measure how fast wind is blowing with an anemometer. An anemometer measures wind speed, which is how fast the air is moving. A common type of anemometer has little cups that catch the wind. The faster the wind blows, the faster the cups spin around. The instrument counts how many times the cups spin in a certain amount of time to figure out the wind speed. Wind speed is often measured in miles per hour or kilometers per hour. Knowing wind speed is important for pilots, sailors, and for warning people about strong, dangerous winds during storms. It's not just how fast the wind blows, but where it's coming from. From that, we use a wind vane, sometimes called a weather vane. A wind vane shows wind direction. It tells us the direction from which the wind is blowing. A north wind is blowing from the north. A wind vane usually has an arrow or a pointer on one end and a tail or fin on the other. The wind vane spins freely. The wind pushes against the tail, causing the arrow to point into the wind, knowing where the wind is coming from. You can often see them on the tops of barns or buildings. Wind direction helps meteorologists predict how weather might change as winds bring different types of air, warm, cold, moist, or dry, from different places. This tool measures something you cannot see, but is all around us, air pressure. The tool is called a barometer. A barometer measures the pressure of air. Air pressure is the weight of air pressing down on Earth. Imagine a giant column of air pressing down on you. Sometimes this pressure is higher, sometimes it's lower. A barometer can sense these changes. Some have little sealed boxes inside that get squeezed or expand with pressure changes, moving a needle on a dial. Changes in air pressure can help us predict changes in the weather. Generally, if air pressure is falling, it means stormy or unsettled weather is coming. If air pressure is rising, it often means clear, calm weather is on the way. So these amazing tools help us understand and predict the weather. A thermometer, which measures temperature. A range gauge, which measures how much rain. An anemometer, which measures wind speed. a weather vane, which shows wind direction, and a barometer that measures air pressure. By using these tools, meteorologists gather information, make forecasts, and help prepare us for whatever the weather might bring. Knowing about weather tools helps us appreciate all the science that goes into understanding our amazing Earth and its ever-changing atmosphere. Thank you for watching.